part of a media course is being able to manage a project. In order to manage a project, there are a number of different production management documents that you must complete. As part of your production management, you must produce a risk assessment. Even on big budget films, things can go wrong, so actors and crew can get injured, and in some worst case scenarios, some people have lost their lives on a film set. A risk assessment is an examination of what could cause harm on a particular shoot or at a location, so that the production company and producer can decide whether adequate control measures are in place to prevent harm. A risk assessment is all about being safe to the cast, the crew, and the equipment. So this is the risk assessment document that you'll be using. So we're going to look at the interior of the location. So in terms of where I'm going to be shooting inside a house, there are a couple of risks we have to identify. Is it possible that we may be tripping over or slipping on the floor? So if it's a carpeted location, then the risk will probably be quite low. What about doors? So people could be walking into doors, but if you keep them open, then that risk should be quite low. What about the lights? So if you're using LED lights, they shouldn't get too hot. Then you have to think about wires. If you're plugging your lights in, what are you going to do to protect people from tripping over wires? So you should cover them over. And are there any fire exits in the house? So in this house, for example, that I'm going to be shooting in, there are 2 exits, the front and the back, and you can open up windows and get out that way if needs be. If you're shooting outside, there'll be a lot more potential risks. So for example, is it safe to film? Are you shooting near a road? Is it going to be busy traffic? Are you shooting near water? So you might end up falling in the water and drowning. So that's something to be aware of. So also, are you shooting in a quiet, safe neighborhood? If not, how are you going to protect yourself and the equipment? And also, what about the weather? So if it's lightning, for example, or heavy snow, how are you going to make sure that you are safe during the shoot? In the description below, you will find other links to other production management documents that you must complete.